Trekcast was taped before a live studio audience. In Spanish, where available.
Trekcast.
The galaxy's most unpredictable Star Trek podcast.
Yep, hard cut. I know.
And cut.
I have nothing I can do with that. It sucks.
Well, there is actually in that audio file, literally have it taper down at the end. So when you play it for 15 seconds, the last 5, the audio is automatically just going down. So
Yes.
it goes right into us. That's a
Yes.
much cleaner.
Well,
Yeah.
The problem with that is if I were to do that, it's still going to cut because the minute I get off that image to us, it stops the audio.
I understand that,
Yeah,
but then the
but
audio is not a
we
full
can
level. It's like at 5%.
Yeah, we
I'll
can
do a re-edit.
We can unmute early and
Yeah.
start talking over the tail end of it. And the
Correct.
visual will be a quick cut, but the audio
Which is fine.
will blend.
Okay.
So, but it's cool. We'll talk about this again in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm sure we will.
Exactly 2 weeks from
I'm
right
sure we
now.
will.
Yeah, all over again.
Yeah.
God, it's like this show's like Groundhog Day.
Sometimes. How you guys been?
So, all right. So fun Groundhog Day fact. So where I live, we have a minor league baseball team, Hudson Valley Renegades.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's still owned by Bill Murray, but years ago he was like a majority stakeholder in the team. And they had you go to the stadium, they have like themed nights. So they had Groundhog Day. And they did the same, it's not like during the inning switches, they'll sometimes people come out on the field and do a show or a dance or something.
Oh,
like that.
yeah.
They like 3 inning changes in a row. They came out and did the same dance. And it was one of these jokes that like nobody got the joke. All around us, everybody's like, why are they just did this? They just did, me included. I was driving home. I was halfway home and I was like, oh, Groundhog Day. They did the same thing over and over. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Sometimes your joke is just too obscure. And
I posted recently in the Facebook group a meme that says, it's got Garrick on it, and it says, the repetitive meme is the highest form of Cardassian literature. And so I'm really thinking about one day, I'm just going to post that meme repeatedly on the Instagram account just for 24 hours. Just every post, it's just that meme over and over again.
Over and over again, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yes,
Well,
we're recording, Cujo. That's how it goes. Off the rails, off the intro, off the show. Here we are. It's been 2 weeks.
I know it's a slow start.
No, this is a normal start. What are you talking about? This is
Yeah.
how it always goes every Sunday, whether it's every 2 weeks, every 1 week. We could do this every day and we'd have the same type of intro.
yeah.
Which is okay. That's part of what makes us us.
Yeah. So yesterday I took a road trip to Montana. I don't know if you saw on my Facebook.
I did.
I posted some images. Yeah. There's a thing in Montana called the Garden of 1,000 Buddhas.
Yeah.
And it was like I was in a foreign country with how it looked.
I tell you what, man. There's one near where I grew up.
Oh, is there?
Yes, and there's no signs pointing to it. There's nothing directing you to it. It's close to a state park, but it's not in the state park. And my friends and I happened upon it. We took a dirt road.
Yeah.
And we're like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
And there's this huge Buddhist monastery in the woods, and they're very welcoming. Anybody can pull up and just get out and walk around. And there's, little guys in robes walking around. And I thought I was in like a Kung Fu movie or something.
Crazy.
And this was 10 miles from where I grew up.
Wow.
Had no idea.
The one I went to, like literally there are farms all over. Like probably they got an acre of land or so. And like from one angle I could see a family just barbecuing. It's because it was Saturday afternoon. They were just hanging out in their backyard.
Yeah.
It's just so wild. Kids are running around. It was a lot of fun though. So
Yeah. Cool.
Well, should we get to the news?
Go for it,
I mean,
Wasabi.
All right.
Star Trek news.
All right. So our first news story, being that we're getting ready for a big primer of Strange New Worlds season 2, is from CBR, and the cast is promising big swings for Star Trek Strange New Worlds season 2. So a lot of them have been out there making the rounds, kind of doing little interviews, and they're promising big things. Let's see. Rebecca Romaine says, "We're very excited." Anson Mount has also said that we have a couple episodes in the first season that we weren't too sure about, but those episodes were the ones that popped for us, and though that gave our showrunners more freedom to play in season 2. So they're going nuts, man. They are excited.
As am I. I'm so
Yeah.
looking forward to it. I saw an ad on Paramount last night. I was watching one of the last episodes of Fatal Attraction with the wife, and the ad came up in the middle of that show.
Mm-hmm.
And I got all excited. I came back to watch because we couldn't fast forward the commercials on there, so I came back to watch that one from the living room or from the kitchen anyway, and into the living room. And my wife was like, "What's going on? What's going on?" She was on her phone. She looks at me. She goes, "Oh, that starts in a couple of weeks." Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And she's like, "So every Sunday for you then?" I'm like, "Yes, every Sunday."
That's hilarious. All right, our next news story comes to us from Fansided, and one of the 85 producers of Star Trek Strange New Worlds, Eva Goldsman, is out there making the interviews, and he did say something kind of interesting. They asked him if we'd see any other crossovers besides, Lower Decks, and he says, "Well, at the beginning of each season, we blue sky the hell out of it. Blue sky kind of means like brainstorm, and we leave so many episodes on the table, so many crossovers. I guess we'll just see what happens. There's potential for an Enterprise crossover." He also said there's a chance of maybe bringing back Trelane, because why not? That's that time period. So, yeah.
Okay.
Would you guys want to see old characters like that, like Trelane? Or
when you say Enterprise crossover, do you mean Scott Bakula, or do you mean
they just said Enterprise crossover
because they're on the Enterprise?
Yeah.
No.
He means the show.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, Porthos
has to come back from somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Stuck in the buffer all this time. Well, that's in a
right.
different timeline, so it doesn't matter.
No, it's still that same timeline.
No.
He means the timeline where Porthos was stuck in the
transporter.
Yeah. That's the Kelvin timeline.
Or lost in the transporter.
Yeah. That's the Kelvin timeline.
No, I know it is. It's in the Kelvin movies, but the timeline doesn't break until after Strange New Worlds.
Oh.
So yes, but what he's saying is the act of Porthos being stuck in the transporter was
we don't have a hard date on that. Yeah,
was only referenced in the Kelvin movie.
Correct.
Yeah.
Which would have still been when
correct. Okay,
so it could be now, but it could be later. Who knows when?
Exactly. We don't really know.
Yeah.
Well, we kind of do, because we did hear Scotty in Strange New Worlds. So we know in this time. No, that was another alternate timeline. Damn it, Star Trek!
I'm going to ask our audience: is Porthos in the Strange New Worlds timeline?
Didn't we hear Scotty though? At the tail, we did. We heard his voice. And it was a normal timeline.
No, it wasn't.
No,
it was in the timeline in the last.
It says Scottish accent.
Yeah, but it's Scotty. We know it's Scotty. But it was in that episode where Monster Maroon Pike comes back in time, and Pike lives out that alternate timeline. So that's why I said, "Damn it, Star Trek!" Well, actually,
you see, with the timelines in Porthos,
there was definitely a temporal displacement in effect. So therefore,
that's a great question, though. And our last news story comes to us from Digital Spy. And so I wanted to look up because it's a kind of a slow news week. So I was like, hey, what's up with the Orville? Still no updates. But the one big update is Chad Coleman is going out and saying, hey, fans, if you want the Orville to come back, do a grassroots campaign. Help us out.
Who's Chad?
Who's Chad?
He's one of the Mocklins. I forget which one.
Oh,
The one we don't like?
No, I think it's the one we like. I forget his name.
He's Bortus?
Bortus?
I don't. Here, I'll show you his picture.
Oh, yeah.
Let's
Come
see
on.
if it screws
Not
up.
going to matter unless you actually show me Bortus or Clyden.
I think he's Clyden.
Yeah, then I don't care.
Well, I
No,
mean, bring back all the show. So
Yeah, I know.
yeah. But yeah, so he's saying we need a grassroots campaign. We need a plane to fly around that says renew it, which is what has happened in other campaigns. So they're trying.
I think we should just give them the Trekcast bump. And
You
just
know,
say it on the show. Hey, we want it back. There, it's done, everyone.
Yep.
You're welcome. Orville season 4 coming soon.
Yep.
So I did check. There is a change.org petition to renew the Orville season 4. Currently has just over 29,000 signatures. To
Wow.
give you perspective, the Star Trek Legacy petition has just over 58,000, nearly 59,000. So, yes, that's not looking good on that fan desire. So, oh, look at that.
Damn it!
And just like the chances of the Orville, it is dropping over with Dan.
I swear the
I
timing on those phone drops is like,
I
It does
wish you
fit.
guys
it fits
could
every time.
see-
Yes.
I wish you could see the contraption. Okay, so you know how my connection will drop out around the 30-minute mark?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's from the iPad heating up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So these are the ice packs that are leaning against the back of the iPad.
Those are thermal conduits. Those are thermal
This is
what
the
do you-
box of tissues that
God.
is holding them in place.
Just
Okay, Jet
to
Reno.
be your neighbors, to walk in on you just sitting there in your car for like an hour.
I don't know. It is what it is.
Don't you have a
Yeah.
neighbor who listens to the show?
He does. He does.
He may need to get
He's
a
not
behind the
out.
sceene picture someday. for us.
Yes, he needs to come up and take a photo of it.
Yes.
Live. Live.
Paparazzi.
If you're listening on YouTube right now, get your phone, get out there, go take a photo of him and post it for us.
I don't think he listens live. However, that does not mean 2 weeks from now he won't be right outside this
Yeah.
window, right here, snapping a photo.
Yes.
We're gonna have to get security guards hired for Dan
That's fine.
to just pull people away from him on a
Well,
Sunday morning.
Yes and no. I mean, you guys realize that my studio can just drive away.
Right.
No, it can't, because your entire contraption for recording would fall over.
That's true. That's true. So how did the accident happen? Well, my studio got in the way of the steering wheel.
See, with
And,
podcasting while driving.
Yeah. You don't understand. This is important stuff. Strange New Worlds comes out in 2 weeks.
That's right. That's right.
As the old saying went in the early days of college. Sorry, Mr. Zima, would you like another ossifer?
Well, that's all the news stories I have. So,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Cool.
Well, then let's get into the main topic, our big
The big
predictions primer. Let's talk about Strange New World Season 2.
Fun will now commence.
one. It's bad because it trails the audio off. So it's not as good.
So, yeah, Strange New World Season 2 is right around the corner. We'll be debuting June 15th. Looks like the first episode will be called The Broken Circle. Allegedly. That's what, according to Wikipedia, but I've not seen any official announcement for show titles. We're pretty sure this is accurate, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to get 10 episodes.
I wish we'd get more.
Yeah.
I wish
Only
they'd go
10.
back to the old 26 episodes or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Time flew. What are you talking about, buddy?
Yeah. We have been waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been waiting.
Yeah.
I've been waiting. So I rewatched over the last few weeks.
Yeah.
Season 1.
Did you watch them on Paramount or YouTube?
I watched them on Paramount.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
Are
watched
they
them on
all
Paramount.
or just the first episode?
The first season is on YouTube right now, as is some of the reboot of iCarly. I don't know what their plans are with all that, but that's what they're doing.
The rebooted iCarly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I will have to not check that out.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either. It's great.
I mean, nothing can replace the original iCarly, so why even bother?
I don't even know what the hell iCarly is.
I just know it's a kid's show. I
don't
never
know.
saw it.
Chad Coleman is filming Superman for Superman and Lois. Who does he play on Superman and Lois?
He plays Bruno Mannheim.
Oh, okay.
It's amazing that you know that off the top of your head, but you didn't know who he was in the Orville.
Yeah. Yeah, I like my comic books.
Anyway.
So I rewatched season 1.
Yep.
Okay.
And the only thing it did was get me more excited for season 2.
Nice.
Yeah.
It reminded me what a great show this is, and really what a good time it is to be a Trekkie right now.
Yeah,
it was good stuff. It was just as good the second time around. And you know what was really strange is I was watching it in my workshop downstairs while I was, working on a different hobby. So the Roku was just, off in the background playing, and it was just I was watching it, but I was also just kind of listening to it. And you know how when the show ends, if you don't select something else, it'll just put something else on that it thinks that you might like.
Sure.
Yeah.
So the last episode of Strange New Worlds finished, and the last episode of Picard season 3 came on right after it.
Ooh.
And I didn't even touch the remote.
Yeah.
And I just sat through it all over again. And I was like, man, I don't know what's going on. I'm full of emotions.
Yeah.
Some of them are confusing because I was mad. I was mad that it's over and that's all we're getting.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it, man.
No more.
Yeah.
The D is back in mothballs.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted more of that D.
I know you did. I know you did.
We can't go a single show without that anymore ever again.
Sorry.
Sorry. Everybody loves the D, baby.
Everybody loves the D. That old D. Mine always starts with the first episode of Discovery. Oh God!
I don't know why mine does that too. It either does that or it goes and does a random Voyager episode, which I have yet to ever watch Voyager on Paramount Plus. So I don't know why it does that.
That's probably why.
Yeah, probably
because
why.
it knows you haven't watched it, and it said, "Well, if you like all this other stuff, you might like this."
Yeah, but why a random episode out of a random season in random order? Like, why not the season one?
Yeah, they got a really bad
weird
predictive algorithm.
It's like, what was the one where she was Janeway was on the planet, she'd forgotten who she was working some shift at some energy factory thing, and she was falling in love with her neighbor. It was
called
the second episode. There was a two-parter.
It was called Workforce or something.
Yeah, and it was a two-parter, and the second episode fucking started out of the blue. Sorry,
it's so weird.
It's like that's just not even. Get out of this.
Is it like a same producer is on both? So it goes, oh, maybe you like that person's work or director. Like it's
maybe the end of one episode, someone said maybe, and at the beginning of the next episode they air, someone says maybe, and that's how they tie together.
Yeah. Who knows? It's so weird.
It's just random as all hell.
I was inspired because Dan told us earlier that he was restarting Strange New Worlds, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna finally watch Prodigy. I'm gonna see what's up with this.
Tell me what
I've seen one episode, and that was like a week and a half ago, I just not haven't gotten back to it. I don't hate it. Like, I'm not like, oh, this sucks. It's just so bland for me. And I imagine it gets better. That's what I
it
keep
does.
hearing.
You
Yeah.
get about 4 or 5 episodes into that first season, it's okay, but it's still not enough for me to go back and care. Even with Chakotay show, especially Chakotay show. But things like that, it's like it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's possible to like what something is supposed to be without actually liking it.
Yeah.
Does this make sense?
Yeah.
I've dated girls like that.
No, I mean, I have fond memories.
Chad's laughing. That's the laugh of acknowledgement. He has been there.
Oh,
Chad has
man.
been there.
Oh man!
What I mean is, I
This
have
one
fond-
time at band camp.
I give up.
Go ahead. Know what you mean? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I have fond memories of the Transformers and Optimus Prime and Megatron and
Yeah.
Autobots versus the Decepticons and all
Yeah.
that. And I have a bunch of toys. I've tried to sit through the old cartoons that I loved
Mhm.
when I was 9 years old, and it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
So it's
That's
like
how I feel about the
look
old Voltrons.
Yeah. Yep. Those two.
Yeah.
But I look at Prodigy and I'm like, I should love this. I should
Yeah.
love this.
Yeah.
But I don't.
I think it's okay. And to clarify, I never actually went to band camp, but I did go to several debate camps, and the women
Oh,
there.
that explains it.
Is that
Women
even
there.
is that better in any way, you big nerd?
No,
Holy
no.
cow.
Hey, I was in marching band. I get how it is.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
goodness.
Debate camps were. Oh yeah, you find the hookups. Let me tell you.
Dude, I was in something called Scholastic Team.
Huh.
Is that
Which
like
is
the
like
quiz
team-
bowl?
Yeah, it's Team Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Oh, I was
Yep.
going to say, is that like the guys that come together with the Scholastic newsletters and try to figure
That's
out what
right.
books you buy?
We rolled into everyone's book fair and we bought it all up.
You had the top 10, like the ones
Yeah.
you had to have for your collection, the ones you had.
I got the
But then,
best
but then you
bookmarks.
also had the poster of the Lamborghini. You got to order that.
Oh yeah. Well, since we're talking book fairs,
Warning, warning, nerd alert, nerd alert.
So
I mean,
wait a minute. Book fair gets a nerd alert.
Yeah.
I
Debate.
call out I call out the name of the episode that he's describing,
yeah,
and I get nothing. Come on,
that's right. That's right. The
you
nerd
know,
alert works in mysterious ways.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to grieve the unequal distribution of nerd alerts.
The
on this
nerd
show.
alert is tied to the Paramount Plus algorithm.
That's
right.
it.
Absolutely.
It's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Okay. Well, since we're supposed to be talking about Strange New Worlds,
Oh yeah.
I did
Yeah,
come
yeah,
up with
let's do that.
something that I thought would be kind of fun to do.
Okay.
So this is a chart of just questions, predictions, whatever.
Play the nerd alert. Oh my god,
Yeah.
he's got a color coded chart.
The damn right I do.
Warning, warning, nerd alert, nerd alert.
It's color coded for TV. So
It's
look-
color coded for Pride Month. Be real.
No,
Oh God.
Chad.
Just
No,
stop.
it is so
I
that
have
it
to
looks
be
good on TV.
inappropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so each one of these likely or unlikely, we'll go through them one at a time.
Okay.
So
I gotta pull up my
first
screen
one.
now.
Number one returns to the ship for good within the first episode. Is that likely or unlikely?
Unlikely.
Dan?
I think it's either going to be the last scene of the first episode, or it's going to happen in the second episode.
Okay, but so the question is first episode, likely or unlikely?
Yes.
So
Yes.
likely?
Likely.
Okay.
Well,
I think
but
because they only have 10 episodes, I'm going to go with likely as well.
Okay.
Okay.
So how do we rank these if it's a U or an L as opposed to a number?
So U is an unlikely, L is in likely.
I get that part. Like you just got to go back and manually count them up as opposed
Yeah.
to being a score you add. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. And then all right, next one. Spock turns evil for at least one episode.
Likely.
Okay. Dan?
Yeah, likely.
Okay. I'm going to go unlikely.
All right.
Maybe they'll save that. We visit the mirror universe. Likely or unlikely?
Unlikely.
Same.
Wait.
Uh-huh.
Who visits the mirror universe? The characters or we the viewer?
Let's go with we the viewer.
Okay. Then I think we the viewer may view the mirror universe, but the characters will not, because it has to be something new when Mirror comes up.
Okay. Chad, were you likely or unlikely?
Unlikely for this season.
Okay, I'm also going to go unlikely, I think. All right, the new chief engineer survives the season and remains on the ship.
Unlikely.
I say unlikely as well, especially with who it is. She's here for one season.
I can see the point, but I'm going to go likely just to see.
Yeah.
The ship blows up.
Unlikely.
Unlikely?
I'm going to say likely because it's going to be in an alternate timeline.
Okay.
We're going to see it blow up, but it's going to be backed by the last.
I'm going to go unlikely. I think, yeah, unlikely. Pike's ultimate fate is somehow avoided.
Unlikely.
Unlikely.
Okay.
Unavoidable.
Yeah, I kind of think the same thing. Hemmer returns in a flashback or otherwise.
Likely.
Chad?
Unlikely.
Okay.
I think once you've done that, you move on.
I think he'll pop up somewhere. We see the cartoon version of at least 2 Strange New Worlds crew members during the crossover.
Likely.
I'm going to say unlikely. I don't think we see the cartoon version of anybody in the crossover episode. I think it's all live action.
I think we will. I think that's part of the get, and they're saving it. So I'm going to go likely as well. Discovery gets name dropped. They have to say Discovery, not like that strange mission or whatever. Not allude to it.
I'm going to say unlikely because I think that that ship has sailed.
Okay.
I mean, I agree with that.
Right off the edge of the earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think they should at all. I think they should just forget about it and not have it in anything, way, shape, or form tied to Strange New Worlds. But we already had Spock talk about his sister last season. So I'm gonna say likely that somewhere quick, small, maybe. I mean, I think there's probably I think there's a greater chance, a 51% chance that it will versus 49%. What, his sister? Yeah, he says his sister.
Yeah.
In the last season, he does.
I think likely. I think just because it's wrapping up, they'll give it a reason to name drop it, and that's it.
Yeah.
There is a reference to an Enterprise character,
as in like Archer and all them.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, it's likely.
Likely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I also agree. They'll make a reference to him.
Yep.
All right. So that's it. That's the questions. So we'll go back through at the end of the season 2 and see how accurate we were.
Yeah. Do we think his brother's going to show up this season?
Cyborg?
I mean, could be.
Yeah, I think so.
They teased it.
They did.
It also felt like one of the well, we'll see if fans want it, and then we'll throw it in.
We'll tease it.
I think it's.
Go back to it. Yeah.
I think he's going to show up. Excuse me. I think he's going to show up, but he's not going to interact with the Enterprise and the Enterprise crew. I think it's going to be an episode where Spock is off the ship doing whatever, and that's the episode where they deal with Cyborg, because they still have to preserve what happens in Star Trek V, where you have a brother? Nobody knew you had a brother.
Yeah.
So
I can't wait till he meets his other brother, Phil the Vulcan.
Phil.
He's got a trucker hat. Got a dog named Patriot. I don't know. Phil the Vulcan. Shops at Walmart.
Oh boy.
Loves his Doritos.
So we do have I know you mentioned shit, I hit the wrong button. Hold on. I know you mentioned this.
Yes.
But there was a leak somewhere, somehow. We don't know how. Yeah, MAGA Spock, exactly.
There you go.
To match your hipster Spock. Yeah.
You could do that with Shran. Make Andor great again.
Andor. And say Andor instead of Andoria.
Yeah,
and
make
really
Andoria
confuse the
great
shit.
again. Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
No, season 2, we know every name of every episode 1 through 10.
Legend.
We know. You want to go through them and speculate on what
Yeah,
they
go
are?
for it. Let's go through it.
So, episode 1, the Broken Circle.
Oh, okay.
We kind of already know what that one's going to be about. That's going to be about her. That's going to be about number 1 going on trial. That's what they mean about the Broken Circle. That's my
Yeah,
speculation.
the
with that.
circle of trust, the 3 of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Number 2 is Ad Astra per Aspera. I think that's more of an advertisement for a new form of aspirin than anything else.
Sounds like it. Something
It does.
that we could ask
Did you,
your doctor about.
Did you throw that in the Latin translator to
No, let's do
see what
that.
that means?
Let's do
Yeah.
that. Let's go for Latin translation.
Ad
Latin?
Astra, I think, means from space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
I bet it's the daughter. What's his M'Baku's daughter?
Ad Astra per Aspera, is that what you said?
Yeah.
A rough
Ad
road
Astra per Aspera.
a rough road
the
leads
stars.
to the
Oh, go
stars.
Yeah, to the stars through difficulties.
Okay.
Either one.
Okay.
That doesn't really give us a clue as to what that could mean.
Maybe Pike goes rogue, and like he's been told, don't move the ship, stay put.
This is where we get the
It's-
Enterprise reference, and we get Spock being evil because they go through that section of space before they get to the Xindi, where all the Vulcans go nuts.
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
That's right.
So at the Kennedy Space Center, there is a tribute to Apollo 1. Honor
Okay.
the lives of Gus Grissom, Ed White, and Roger Chaffee in the Apollo 1 tribute. And yeah, that's the slogan.
Interesting.
So I don't know
Okay.
if it'll somehow tie back to that.
Maybe. All right. What's the next one?
Or maybe we
Episode
lose
3.
somebody. Maybe we lose somebody in that episode.
Yeah, the chief engineer. Episode 3 is Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. What are our guesses that that's a time loop episode?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
100%.
what the hell?
100%. That's a time loop episode.
I want to see Harry Mudd in that one.
Oh boy.
That would be great.
I mean, it'd be
I want
cool to
Harry
bring him
Mudd.
back, but I don't know if he's in the cards.
Yeah, I'd love to have him back. He was awesome.
Yeah.
Episode 4 is Among the Lotus Eaters.
Ooh.
So
That to me screams we go to a new planet and there's a problem and we're gonna fix it.
it reminds me of the flowers that made Spock get all happy and excited and play the flute or whatever it was, the little
Oh yeah.
little guitar thing he played in
Yeah.
the original series. The ukulele. Didn't he play a ukulele? I know. At first I thought flute, but no, it's a ukulele.
I thought it was a monosynth.
No, it was a little
Little kazoo,
little kazoo. Yeah, he pulls out a harmonica.
Yeah.
I
Supposed to play the Blues Traveler.
S'mores happen.
Yeah.
row your boat all over again.
wasn't
We
it
could
the
just-
Vulcan harp? Isn't that
Yeah,
what it was,
yeah,
the Vulcan harp.
Yeah.
Was it a Vulcan harp? I thought it was a little
Yes.
like
It
okay.
wasn't a flute, which is a wind instrument,
or a ukulele.
Yeah.
or a lute, which is like a ukulele.
He busts out his harp. He's about to go to Coachella. It's all good.
That's right. Yeah,
Yes.
It was the Coachella episode. No,
Yes, Coachella.
I don't know where Coachella comes from. It's Coachella, but all right.
Yeah, it's called Spock Takes Ecstasy.
That's the whole episode.
That's the whole. It's just him tripping the entire way.
Oh, boy.
Episode 5 is called Charades. I don't think this is a poker game.
Mm.
No, they just play the game. It's the
They
whole
play charades. Yeah, in Pike's
whole
quarters.
thing of them just playing. Yeah.
How about?
Which reminds me,
so there's
in the part of the-
catastrophic,
Yeah.
there's catastrophic system failure all
Yeah.
over the ship. Okay, turbo lifts are down. They need to communicate with the other parts of the ship.
All hand signs.
Audio, yes, audio comms are down, but Captain, we have visual. All right, so there's Pike, and he's like, 2 words. First word, sounds like lute. Flute.
Why wouldn't you just take a pad, type out your message,
I
and put it?
don't know. Come on. It's TV.
Because writing, there's no
Yeah.
writing strike already done.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Next one.
Next one is Lost in Translation. This is the charades episode.
Yes, this is the universal translator breaks down every
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, like
That's
they did in
that's
Vista.
the Uhura's going to save us. By
Yes,
learning an entire language in 15
100%.
minutes.
Yep.
Ho-
Yep.
100%.
Hoshi was good for that back in the day.
Yep.
I'll just learn this alien language and then it'll be fine.
Right. Right. You had to have somebody like that in the beginning, though. So I kind of got it.
Absolutely.
It was weird, but I kind of got it.
Yeah.
Episode 7, the one we all are waiting for that we wish was first. These
I thought that
old...
was the name of the episode. The one we were all waiting
yeah,
for.
yeah.
The one we're all waiting for.
Those old scientists. This is the crossover episode where we get to see live action Boimler and live action Mariner.
Mm-hmm.
So episode 7.
And I'm
Those
convinced we're
old
going to see
scientists.
Cartoon Pike.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to see cartoon anything.
I think we will.
Yeah, it'd be interesting if we did. How they would work that. But
I think they're hiding it.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a 5-second scene at
Yep.
the end, reflecting on the episode.
Mm.
You know, Boimler and Mariner reflecting on the episode, but since they're the focus, it's from their point of view.
I could see like they're reflecting, like you're saying, looking at a pad, and you see the cartoon versions of the characters.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
Or the holodeck program, or whatever.
Yeah. Chasmus thinks the writer's strike is going to hurt the next season, season 3. It already has.
Yeah.
So the
Now, how
good news
fast they can
is
come from?
we will likely get a Shades of Grey type episode for Strange New Worlds. So
Can't wait.
that'll be good.
Yes.
Montage and
Yes. Absolutely.
the final countdown song will be played somewhere.
Mm-hmm. We may actually get the charades episode in season 3.
I think by the time that all that's over and you need to have things prepped and ready, I think they can probably make up for that to where there's not a whole lot of lost time in terms of.
Depends on when it's over.
Yeah.
Last I read, the studios don't even want to negotiate. They're like, no, we've made our deal. That's it.
Yeah. No.
So
It's strange how some of this stuff is affecting things.
yeah.
And sometimes how other people interpret that. You know, I read an article where they were saying that certain productions are moving forward.
Yep.
But because there's a writer's strike, they have to film things as written on the page.
Yes.
You can't improvise, because improvising is writing, and the writers are on strike right now. So this article was saying that, they're filming Deadpool
Yep.
right now, and he's famous for improvising.
Yeah.
And they're saying that he has to stick to the script.
Mhm.
And my take on it is they probably won't do that. He will probably improvise the hell out of it anyway,
Sure.
and they will just pay whatever fines come down the pike. Because
For that, they better, because that's
Or-
the whole.
Or because he wears like a mask the entire time, they're hoping the writer's strike ends between the time filming's over and all the CGI, and then they can just say, "Oh, we improvised in post."
Yeah.
That's probably
Because it doesn't count until you air it, right? It
Right.
can't be. Yeah, exactly. It can't.
No, in a labor type situation, if they're employing people in that job and paying them to do that job, but they're doing someone else's job in violation of labor agreements, it doesn't matter when the product is unveiled to the public.
Right.
The work was done and the people were compensated for the work, and the work was done improperly and the people were compensated improperly. That's
Right.
why I'm saying they'll probably just say, whatever, we're doing it anyway, and we'll pay the fines.
Yeah.
George Lucas back in the day, I think it was the Directors Guild or whatever, told him you have to have opening credits in Star Wars.
Mhm.
You can't just start the movie. And he said, no, I want to do this thing with the crawl, and they said, nope, you're gonna have to pay a fine. And he said, well, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make my movie the way I want to do it, and I'm gonna pay the fine. And he did. He paid a fine for every one of those movies that came out. And I think they will probably do the same thing just to preserve the art,
The feel of it.
the feel of it. Yeah.
Yeah. You can't do that kind of a movie without that feel from Ryan Reynolds. You just can't.
Yeah.
Probably. All right. What's the next one?
Episode 8, Under the Cloak of War. This is a Klingon episode.
Oh, is that the Klingon? Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Could be. That sounds right.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
Well, they love cloaks. They love war.
Exactly. How
So
could it
it's
be
got
anything
my
else?
vote.
Yeah,
Be a
maybe
Klingon episode.
it can't be the Romulans, can it?
It could.
And
Are we too early for the Romulans?
We are too early, but it doesn't matter. They'll do what they want.
They'll do it anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
We know that
Yeah,
there's a Klingon
we know-
episode coming.
and we know it's the Klingons that we love. We know it's like
Yeah, the good
the-
ones.
the good Klingons.
The good
The
Klingons.
right looking ones. Yeah. The ones that aren't from the north.
God, just stop. Just stop. Just stop.
All right, next one.
Subspace Rhapsody.
Ooh, that's the singing
Ooh.
episode.
I was just gonna say this is the musical one.
Yeah.
Why would that be
I
the
just
ninth episode?
I just need
though?
somebody to say Galileo, 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 shuttlecraft, Galileo.
There it is. Yep. Yep. And
Last
episode 10, which will probably have some huge spoilers in it. It's called Hegemony. And this is when all of a sudden they're in the Delta Quadrant and we see God, what are those guys that always hunt?
That's the Gorn one.
Hegemony.
No, hegemony. This is when Pike visits a hedge fund. And he starts learning about 401ks. And...
yeah.
I remember from when I played Star Trek Online, the Gorn government is called the Gorn hegemony.
You played what game?
Star Trek Online.
Warning, warning. Nerd alert. Nerd alert.
Yeah. Okay.
How is that a nerd alert? It's Star Trek Online.
Don't
I don't
question
know.
my methods.
You gotta ask the algorithm.
That's right.
But yeah, it was the Gorn hegemony was the name of their
you're right.
federation. So,
Okay.
I think
Then
that's
it'll
what
be the
that
Gorn.
is.
Yeah.
Where they enslaved races and ate them, right?
Everyone's delicious.
It's all their cows. Everybody's their cows.
I think that I
Pike
think that's
diversifies his galactic portfolio.
there you go.
It won't be the Ferengi, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, it could be. It doesn't matter.
Nah, it really doesn't. As long as it doesn't. I don't know. Whatever. I don't want to rewrite all of TNG, though. Do you? I don't want to rewrite all of TNG.
No.
I mean, that's
They'll do what they
season
want.
one.
It
So
doesn't matter anymore.
what is it? Another 30 years forward from where we are now? 35.
Well, no, but that wasn't the first interaction with the Ferengi.
Right.
That wasn't the first time the Federation met the Ferengi.
Yeah, they were on Enterprise.
Yeah, they didn't know what they were though. They weren't named.
Yeah,
But they were there.
that's
So.
true. That's true.
Yeah, we had Ferengi Neelix.
So we're right back to it could be anything. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Funny enough, with the writer strike, all the writers for all these episodes were named.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
directors were not.
Those were written a year ago.
Yeah. They were written way more than a year ago just because of the way things have shook out.
You really think so? That far back?
Yeah. Because they were talking about season 2 a long time ago.
Yeah, you don't think they did any kind of updating, rewriting, or anything after the success of season 1?
Oh, they probably did some, but not to the extent that you're probably thinking. They plan these things far in advance because it's not just writing it; it's then making all the props, all the costumes, all the sets. Like it takes a lot for them to just willy-nilly change a thing.
This is true.
And then how it fits into what their overall stories are and everything. Like, yeah, they can't just do something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Anything else we want to say about season 2?
When does it come out? The 15th?
The 15th.
Yeah. So 11 days.
Flash comes out when? 15th?
Wasn't it August? I don't. When does the
No,
Flash come out?
Flash
No, it's
comes
this
out.
month.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's this month.
Let me look it up. It comes out.
15th, the next day.
Yeah.
16th.
Yeah.
Nice.
And the way movies work, it's actually going to be the 15th because
Yeah.
they come out that evening.
Yeah.
Darn, I'm gonna have to go do both.
Good. Oh yeah.
It'll be busy. Yeah.
Are we going to go back to our quick reactions?
Oh, I think we
Yeah.
should. I think we should.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure.
People
Those
seem
will
to
probably
like
get
them.
big bumps.
Yeah.
Cool.
Even more so than Picard, honestly, because so many people were kind of turned off by the first 2 seasons of Picard versus finally getting around to season 3. I think a lot of people are going to be tuning in to watch these as they air that night or that day anyway.
Yeah.
So
Picard brought a lot of people back, and I did see in a lot of chat like, "Oh wow, is it always this good?" No, Strange New World's good though. Okay.
Wow, is it always this good? No, you came back at exactly the right time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did see that in quite a few message boards. So,
Yep.
well, should we get to feedback?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Open hailing frequencies.
Hey!
Frequencies open, sir.
Hey. I still don't know where I got that from. I really don't remember how that all came together. Whatever. Chad, do we have any feedback from the coffee account?
Let me go pull that up real quick. I don't have any I don't have any voicemails, I can tell you that much. And
Okay.
I don't think I have any emails, but I'll double check that too.
I have not sent out the prizes yet from the last episode just because I've been busy. But I do have the mailboxes. I got them today or yesterday. So I will be sending them out after the show.
All right.
Yeah.
So you said you don't have any voicemails. Maybe this is a good time to give the number out. It's 816-287-0448. 816-287-0448. Operators are not standing by. No one's going to answer that. It's going to ring a couple times, and then you can leave a message, and we will play it on the show. So give us a call, 816-287-0448.
Nice.
I went into radio voice there.
Yeah, you did.
I can't tell on the coffee account anymore when these things came in. Like how far back? Like it looks like, yeah, there's nothing there that shows me dates anymore. But a few of these are new. So if Scott You Can bought a coffee and he said, wait, so if I contribute funds and contribute to the show, doesn't that make me a producer? LOL, Scott Strongbeard Bowder's executive producer for Trekcast.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah.
That was the latest one.
That probably was.
I mean, I guess that's newish.
Yeah, I was gonna say some of these look somewhat new. So Commander Felton comes in and says, "What are you going to review after Picard is done?" Here we are to talk about Strange New Worlds.
Yeah,
and of course we've had a few episodes in between, so he's probably heard those. And then some Eric
games.
Woods, some games. Are you boys confirmed for STLV yet? Let me know. I'm ready to book.
Oh yeah,
yes.
And he gave us his email address to everybody because anybody can see that.
Yeah, on the coffee
which
account.
is fine. Yeah, no, it's great. Yes, we are booked. We are ready.
We're booked.
So,
We're booked. I'm there for the week.
Yep.
Yep.
Then over on the emails, yeah, like I thought, there's no. I'm gonna make sure I don't see anything.
Let me check the email on my end.
The Chartable thing is up, so
okay.
We're in the top 180 in every chart that there is, basically, for podcasting. United States, Great Britain, Canada, Germany, Spain. We're in the top 180 of everything.
Nice.
You know why that is?
Why is
why
that?
that is? Because Scott Bowder's wife, Desiree, wears her Trekcast shirt out when she goes grocery shopping. So she's spreading the word at the Piggly Wiggly, and people are picking up on it.
And speaking of Scott, there he is.
That's right.
There he is.
That's right. Yeah.
Executive producer.
She's spreading the good word at the Menards. Yeah. Yeah. So
I got a bone to pick with Daniel. You know,
yeah.
I make a joke at the expense of someone's wife, and like a nanosecond later, you put that person on the air right now.
That's right.
Yeah, well, she says she loves the shirt, so you know,
It's
It's good production value, Dan.
yeah,
Solo.
it's great. It's great.
You
Yeah,
can't
well,
keep
you know, I
things
come on the
different
show every
way.
once in a while just because, you know, every once in a while, if you know, watch a radio show, you know, sometimes the producer has to come on and
That's
set
right.
everybody straight. But
That's right. That's right.
really, the only reason I wanted to come on today is I want to let Dan know that I am, in fact, working on Ode to Spot the Deuce. So
Nice.
it's in the beginning stages.
Okay,
It's a lot of work. I mean, if you've never written a poem like that, I mean, a lot of work and thought goes into it. So, you know, it might be ready by Christmas. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
All right.
So let me ask you something. All those big tough bikers that you hang out with on the weekend, do they know that you write Star Trek poetry?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm a man of many facets. You know, I'm a big Star Trek fan. You know, so I'm a sci-fi nerd, but I also ride a Harley. So,
All right. Okay.
But
Yeah.
Strongbeard, the minute you mentioned that, I guarantee you one of them says yes, but you haven't heard that one in the original Klingon.
this is true. This is very. Have you been there? Yeah, that's exactly what happens. Yeah. So I've got
right,
patches
though.
on my motorcycle vest. I've got in fact, I got an Enterprise patch, like from the show
nice.
Star Trek Enterprise.
Yeah.
And somebody actually came up to me and looked at the patch and says, "Oh, were you in the Navy?" I'm like, "No, I wasn't."
So I used to ride. I don't have a bike anymore, but I used to ride. And on my vest, I had a TNG Air comm badge, right where
nice.
right where it should be if it
Yep.
was the uniform. And all the time, I'd be passing by somebody fully leather clad, and they'd throw up the Vulcan
Nice.
salute. So I mean,
nice.
we really are everywhere.
Oh, absolutely,
We are
absolutely.
everywhere.
And I saw, you know, I was at a Blessing of the Bikes up in Baldwin. It's one of our big motorcycle events, and I saw other Star Trek, patches on people's, vests and stuff. So it's around, it's out there,
Oh yeah.
So
People are complex. They love many things.
yeah. Also, just want to say, super excited for the new season of Strange New Worlds to come out. You know, this is a great time. 7 years ago, none of us thought that we were going to be amongst all this stuff. You know, we never thought it was going to be so popular. Paramount Plus and new shows and, Discovery aside, but I never thought that 2023 from like I don't know when Discovery came out, 2017 or whatever, on that there was going to be such a resurgence. What a time to be alive if you're a Star Trek fan.
What do you think of Prodigy?
I like Prodigy. Now it's not for everybody, but I've got an 11-year-old and he totally digs it.
Okay, cool.
The storyline is a little bit, geared for kids. Obviously the dialogue is geared for kids, but if you're also a hardcore Star Trek fan, then you can get a little bit out of that too. You can recognize obviously you recognize elements. They're all wearing Starfleet uniforms, Star Trek ships, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, if you got kids, definitely. If you don't, maybe check it out. First few episodes, but it wasn't bad.
Right on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jeremy, the new Spider-Man. I can't wait to watch that. It looks fantastic. I love that.
That's going to be a good one.
Animation that they do with it. Yep.
And I'm also looking forward to The Flash. I'm looking forward to The Flash. In fact, we just got done watching 89 Batman yesterday.
Nice.
Tonight we're going to watch Batman Returns, and then Man of Steel and Dawn of Justice and Justice League are on the docket too.
There are some YouTube videos out there about Batman Unchained, which was supposed to be the third Michael Keaton Batman movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
We have the script; it's out there. Like you can read what it was going to be.
And that was reworked. It became Django Unchained. Right?
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. Very similar plot.
Batman was going to go kill slave owners.
Yeah. Very little was changed in the script, really.
Very little. Very little. Yeah.
I mean, if you close your eyes, it just listens.
Absolutely.
It's like another Batman movie.
Yep, the language is almost the same.
The original script was Batman kills someone and says the D is silent.
Yep. Something I noticed in rewatching Batman yesterday, Batman's no kill policy.
Oh, he's a murderer.
He tried to kill the Joker at the end of the movie. He straight up threw some bombs at him.
Yeah.
I mean, machine gun fire, those Gatling guns on the Batwing.
Yeah, he blew up a chemical factory.
He's a murdering fool.
With
Yeah.
no
but-
idea who
He's
it
really
is.
the demolition
Batman
man.
Returns.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, Batman
So-
likes to kill. It's
Yep.
crazy.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, great talking to you, and looking forward to hearing the show. And just a reminder too, I do have those ornaments. So if you guys have any kind of thing you want to do, if you just want me to send them to somebody, or you want me to send them to you first, and you can send them to somebody, or whatever. Just figure out how you want me to do it, and check will be in the mail.
All right. Sounds good. We'll
So they are collector's items.
Yes, they are.
Just so you know.
They are. Yes,
Are they individually numbered?
Serialized.
I'll individually number this one.
Yeah.
They all have the number one.
No, you should do that
'Cause there's only one.
Number those.
I sent out 4 of them.
And then the ones
Yeah.
we have are prototypes. So
Right.
That's
they're
right. That's
more
right.
rare.
That's right. Yeah. So yeah, you guys can number them or just whatever. And then I think I sent Gentry one too. So
Okay.
you guys need to have him back on the show too.
Oh,
He's
for sure.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
He's
of
hilarious.
course. Yeah. At some point we will. There was before we move on too far. Timothy Morris, when you listen to this, I want you to realize the reason I didn't play your audio that you sent in 11 days ago is because you didn't attach it to your email.
Oh yeah, I love that guy. He's great.
I know.
He's
I can't wait
great.
to hear from him, but he didn't attach it to his email, so I can't play
Yeah.
it.
What a
So-
silly
That's
goose.
great. Very entertaining.
Awesome.
All right.
Well, cool. Thanks, Songbird.
All
Thanks,
right.
man.
Take care.
buddy.
See you, buddy.
Okay.
You know what I love, guys? I love the extended Trekcast family that's
Oh,
been
yeah.
slowly
Yeah.
growing. It's
Yeah.
been slowly growing over the last few years.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Well, cool,
It
man.
most certainly is.
That's basically all the feedback we have for today.
All right.
Awesome.
So we'll be back in 2 weeks with our review of season 1 or season 2, the first episode.
Yeah, you'll hear
Cool.
our quick takes day of or day after, somewhere in there before we do the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Awesome.
it'll be
And
great.
just so everybody knows, apparently my studio cooling system seems to be working.
Yeah,
Nice.
you lasted the whole show.
I have not overheated, so I guess
That's
that's going to be
great.
standard
amazing.
procedure for me to take a box of tissues, 4 DVD cases, and 2 ice packs and jam them behind the screen. So, yeah,
Dan
Perfect.
Solo, heir to the holy rings of Bezed, kept it up for an hour.
really, wow.
It was perfect. I can't.
Anyway,
An hour ago now, every Sunday, file
Yeah.
1226.
So I'm going to take a picture of this setup, just so everyone can appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Gonna post that in the group.
Yep, and I'm going to take a picture from the outside of the car too, because I'm curious exactly how it looks. So
Yeah.
Dan,
That way your neighbor
Daniel,
doesn't have to bother you.
Daniel, when you say 8 a.m., that helps nobody. 8 a.m.
Oh,
where?
Pacific time.
hey, it's 8 a.m. somewhere.
That's right.
What is that? A UTC?
I don't know what it is, man.
It's 10 plus 5, so that would be 12 and 2. 2, it'd be 1400 UTC Sundays, right? 2 in the afternoon. Yeah.
It says 3 p.m. when I Google it.
Oh,
To UTC.
okay. Yeah, maybe I missed that by an hour because that's 4. Yeah. So 1500.
All right.
Well,
guys.
thanks everybody. We'll see
1600.
you
Whatever.
in 2 weeks.
I don't know.
Bye.
All right.
See you
bye.
guys.